Sure whether it's revolutionary or evolutionary. I mean, you can look at it both ways, because for the Olympics, which I did for the BBC, 98% of people watch live television rather than the online. On the other hand, there were 111 million online video requests, so both things are happening. And does there come a point where it suddenly transforms, or is it going to be more gradual for us? I don't know, and that's I think honest doubt is part of our approach to change. In some ways, we should be confident and relaxed about the future of public service media. I think there is a very strong future. However, I think you only get to that secure future by being radical now. You can't be too complacent or too easy now.
Being loved by thousands of network is the one that is circling in our company as well. And it's good to see it here again, and I think it's a good way to follow.
Is that the most important thing, being loved?
We are a very small country. We are from Belgium, so we won't be a world player, so we have to work together with all the players in our small market, so we have to be loved and work together.
Very good. I think that we now come to a point when we see that I think we agree on the situation, we agree on the challenges. However, it's difficult for us to take the next step, to really identify what are the hindering factors that make us not do the changes that we need to do. And that is the tricky question to answer now, I think. How can we really do the changes that we see are needed? What are the problems that we have to face and how to do?
It was Ben Hammersley when he said, well, just because lots of people are on Facebook, it doesn't mean that it's a problem for you. And everybody sort of went, yeah, absolutely. I thought, hang on a minute, sleepwalking into danger here, people. So that was quite useful to see how quite a lot of people still want to pretend that what's happening around us isn't really going to affect us. So that was interesting. We've given a lot of thought to what the problems are, and we've given a lot of thought to what we need to do to address the problems, and we have a sense of what the answer should be. But what we've not done is really made real what will success look like in this organisation. So if we are successful, what will it look like? What will it feel like? What will people be doing? How will audiences be responding? We haven't made it real for people. And so what I took away from here is make it real.
Manager.
One of the real things that we're grappling with is helping our people come to terms and understand fully what it means as we switch from an analog mindset to a digital mindset, from a TV mindset to a more platform agnostic way of doing business. If you were looking at it in terms of business curves, if you had an initial curve which was red and a second curve which was blue, in terms of television, we're at the top of that first curve. We're at the top of the red curve. So our business is strong, our audiences are healthy, we're getting lots of awards. The public pay a television license fee. Most of the public get most of their stuff on TV. They think that we're a television organisation. But we all know that a large part, if not all of our future, will lie in this digital sphere, in new forms of distribution, new forms of content. And the challenge we have is how do you make the transition from that first curve, that red curve, to the second curve, the blue curve. And I think if we were journalists in a newspaper, if you look at the newspaper industry, I'm a qualified journalist on this curve, and I'm still a qualified journalist on that curve. I just have to do something slightly different. Our staff have a genuine fear about what their role is in this future. When I work with my staff on these sessions, when I say to the people, what do people in television, how do they refer to the new digital things? They all say waste of money, no one can see it, still very small. When I ask them about how the people in the digital sphere will talk about television, they all say dinosaurs, really slow, out of touch. And those are the conversations that are happening in broadcasters across Europe. We've got people in both places both looking at the other and having that mindset. And the challenge is making the transition from one curve to another manageable for people in a way that isn't just about their professional skills, but is also about their emotional psyche. That's the challenge.
To take away.